अभय जोशी, आदर्श शिंदे,
प्रेजेंट सर।
ओके। अंकिता हत्तीओळी,
प्रेजेंट सर।
ओके। चंद्रशेखर पत्तार, चंद्रशेखर। हर्षगौड़ा पाटिल,
प्रेजेंट सर।
ओके। जानवी, राइट, जानवी, ओके, राइट, राइट।
प्रेजेंट सर।
महादेव वडेयर, महादेव वडेयर। मोहम्मद, मोहम्मद मजहर, ओके। कीर्ति पाटिल, यस। कीर्ति पाटिल, कीर्ति पाटिल। पिकेश लमाणी, पिकेश लमाणी। प्रज्वल गौड़ा मलगौडर, प्रज्वल गौड़ा मलगौडर। रमेश वड़वड़गी, रमेश वड़वड़गी,
प्रेजेंट
ओके,
सर। प्रेजेंट सर।
राइट। रतन बिरजे, रतन,
प्रेजेंट सर।
ओके। रोहन,
यस सर।
रोहन, राइट। ऋतिक,
यस सर।
ओके। ऋत्विक गुणे,
प्रेजेंट सर।
राइट। सदाशिव, सदाशिव। सागर, सागर तळीकेरी। साई प्रकाश,
प्रेजेंट सर।
ओके। समीर अहमद, समीर अहमद। सानिया,
प्रेजेंट सर।
राइट। संजय, संजय। संकल्प,
प्रेजेंट सर।
ओके। संकेत,
यस सर।
राइट। शिरज,
प्रेजेंट सर।
शिरज, ओके। शिवनंदा नाटेकर, शिवनंदा नाटेकर। श्रद्धा,
प्रेजेंट सर।
ओके। शुभम,
प्रेजेंट सर।
राइट। सुमित, सुमित। सुरैया बानो,
प्रेजेंट सर।
राइट। तेजस,
प्रेजेंट सर।
ओके। विवेक, विवेक। यमुनप्पा, यमुनप्पा। गांवकर रजत रामचंद्र, गांवकर रजत रामचंद्र। मंजुनाथ, मंजुनाथ मेळीगेरी। प्रथमेश, प्रथमेश,
प्रेजेंट सर।
राइट। जोसलिनो, जोसलिनो, ओके। Anybody else joined? Anybody else joined? Okay. Screen is visible, students?
Yes sir, visible.
Okay. In the previous class, we were discussing about the RE model, okay, where we discussed the AC equivalent circuit, that is for the common emitter fixed bias configuration. We discussed about the RE model of that. Then in continuation with that, next let us move on to the hybrid equivalent model, the hybrid model. Let us look into, before going into the details of the hybrid model, let us look into the two-port network first, what we have already studied, the two-port network. This is our two-port network, right, which has the input terminal and the output terminal. Okay, input current is II, input voltage is VI, output current is I0, and output voltage is V0. This is our two-port network. Okay, so in the two-port network, input current II, input voltage VI, output current I0, and output voltage V0, which has two terminals. If we want to develop the hybrid equivalent model, just as we developed the RE model, right? Similarly, if we want to develop the hybrid equivalent model of this two-port network, then we have to make certain assumptions here. Now, what assumptions we are making here is the input current II and output voltage V0. We are assuming them as independent variables. Input current II and output voltage V0 are independent variables, and Vi input voltage, output current I0 as dependent variables. So II and V0 are independent. II and V0 are independent, whereas Vi and I0 are dependent variables. Okay, just we are making this assumption, and based on this assumption, now we have to express the dependent variables as the function of independent variables, because we know that the meaning of dependent is it is a function of something. Dependent means it is a function of some variable or some parameter, function of something. That is what is the meaning of dependent. Independent means it is not the function of any variable. Okay, it is called as independent, right? So Vi and I0 are dependent on II and V0. So this we are expressing in the form of equations. You can look here, Vi. So Vi and I0 in terms of II and V0 are expressed here. Vi is function of F1, function of II and V0. That is input voltage, which is a dependent variable. It is dependent on the independent variables II and V0. So this input voltage Vi, it is dependent on II and V0. Similarly, the output current I0 is also dependent on II and V0. Okay, they are the function of the other, because the meaning of dependent and independent is very much clear here, is it not? So dependent means which are dependent on the other variables. Independent means they are independent. They are not dependent on any of the variables. Accordingly, we can write dependent variable Vi as the function of II and V0, and similarly the dependent variable I0, output current, as the function of II and V0, input current and the output voltage. Here what we are interested in developing the small signal model, small signal low frequency model here, right? The meaning of low frequency we understood, right? So it is less than 1 megahertz, and small signal means the variation in the AC signal is very much less as compared to that of the DC signal, or in other words, the variation in the output voltage and the current, or the voltage and the current of this circuit are very less about the Q point. That is what we call as the small signal low frequency model. So this small signal low frequency model, it is a linear model. Okay, I'll come to that. Small signal low frequency model is a linear model. Linear model means when we are expressing the equations, when we are writing the equations for the dependent variable in terms of independent variables, right? Those variables are having linear relationship with respect to each other. Those variables have linear relation with respect to each other. That is the meaning of linear model. So let us write now the equations for these dependent variables in terms of the independent variables, considering them as a linear model, or considering as a linear relationship between the dependent variable and the independent variables. So what are those equations then? We can express Vi and I0, that is dependent variable, as a linear combination of the independent variables II and V0. So this Vi and I0 can be expressed as linear combination. It's a combination. So when it is a combination, here it comes the addition symbol in between combination, and they are linear. Linear means there is a linear relationship between Vi and II, linear relationship between Vi and V0. Similarly, linear relationship between I0 and II, and linear relationship between I0 and V0. Okay, this is the meaning of linear model. Linear model means the dependent variables are having linear relationship with respect to the, or with reference to the independent variables. Now, what are the equations then? Vi, this is how we have expressed in the previous one. Vi as a function of II and V0. Now I can introduce some of the new terms here. That is H11. Vi is equal to H11 II. It is a combination, linear combination. So it is plus H12 V0. Okay, H11 and H12 are the new terms here, right? I will tell that what these are. Then I0, similarly the I0, the other equation. I0 is also the function of II and V0. This I0 can be expressed as H21 II plus H22 V0. I naught is equal to H21 II plus H22 V naught. Now, what are these new terms H11, H12, H21, and H22? So these parameters H11, H12, H21, H22, they are called as hybrid parameters or H parameters. The parameters H11, H12, H21, and H22, they are called as hybrid parameters or the H parameters. Now, why these are called as hybrid parameters, or why this modeling is called as a hybrid model? The model is called as a hybrid model because these parameters H11, H12, H21, H22, they have got different units. The units of these hybrid parameters are different, and hence this particular model is called as the hybrid model, because the units of these H parameters or the units of these hybrid parameters are different, right? Their units are different. H11 unit is different from H22 unit. H12 and H21 like that, they are different. They are having different units, and hence they are called as the hybrid model. The modeling is called as the hybrid model. Now we have to define what is this H11, H12, H21, H22. Simply writing this in the form of equation doesn't make any sense. So we have to know what this is H11 is, or what H12 is, or what is H21, or what is H22. Okay, we have to understand this. So if you want to understand this, then we have to, here in this equation, VI is equal to H11 I1 II plus H12 V naught. Okay. Now this, in this equation, or in the I naught equation for H21 II plus H22 V naught, what I am doing is I am making one of the independent variables 0, so that I will be able to find the equation for the one of the hybrid parameters. Right. For example, if we consider now, let us consider this first equation. First equation is VI is equal to H11 I1 H11 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 II plus H12 V naught, H12 V naught, H12 V naught. Is it not? This is our equation. V naught, V0. Okay. Now this is our equation. In this equation, what I am doing is I am making V naught 0, V naught equal to 0. I am making this V naught 0 one of the independent variable 0. So if I make V naught 0 in this equation, let us take this as equation 1. If I make V naught 0 in this above equation 1, then what will be the equation remaining? This term will become 0. H12 into V naught will become 0 because V naught is 0. Therefore, Vi will be simply equal to H11 I1, H11 II. Okay, it will be simply equal to HII into II. Okay, HII into II. Now, can we find out H11? We can find out H11 from this, is it not? Therefore, H11 is equal to H11 is equal to, what will be the equation for H11 here? So H11 is equal to VI divided by II. VI divided by II. VI divided by II. So this divided by II. This is our equation for H11. This equation for H1, ratio of voltage to current. If it is a ratio of what it is, tell me, ratio of voltage to current is what? Ratio of voltage to current is what? V by I is equal to?
Resistance, sir. RI.
V by I is equal to? Resistance.
RI.
Correct. Right. Resistance. So it is R. R, correct, you are right. It is a resistance, is it not? So V by I is R. So here we have, when we make V naught equal to 0, what is the meaning of making V naught equal to 0? Making V naught equal to 0 in this is nothing but short circuiting the output terminals. Short circuiting the output terminals, because when it is short circuit, the voltage is 0. When it is open circuit, the current is 0. If we are making V naught equal to 0, it is nothing but we are short circuiting the output terminals. Therefore, V naught is 0. So when we make V naught equal to 0, we get H11 is equal to Vi by Ii. So where H11 is called as input impedance with output short circuited. What is the unit of V by I? It is resistance, and its unit is ohms. Its unit is ohms. Okay. So like this, we got the equation for H11. Similarly, we can find the equation for the another one, that is, let us take the second equation. What second equation is? It is H21 II. I naught is equal to, let us write it. I naught is equal to H21 II plus H22 V naught plus H22 V naught. Okay. H21 II plus H22 V naught. Right. This is our I naught. Now we are making V naught 0. V naught is 0 here. V naught is equal to 0. If you make V naught equal to 0 in the above equation, we get H22 into V naught will be 0. This is a product of H22 and V naught. V naught is 0. Hence this H22 into V naught will be 0. Therefore we get I naught is equal to H21 into II. H21 into II, or H21 will be equal to H21 will be equal to this will be equal to I naught divided by II. I naught divided by II. I naught this divided by II. It is the ratio of current input current, right? And hence this is called as the ratio of the current, that is the ratio of the currents here. I naught by II, it is short circuit forward transfer current ratio and has no unit. H21 is called short circuit forward transfer current ratio. Excuse me. H21 is called short circuit forward transfer current ratio and has no unit, because it's a ratio of the two currents, output current to input current. Hence it is called as forward transfer current ratio. This is called, if it is output to input, it is called as forward. If it is input to output, then it is called as reverse. So it is called as forward transfer current ratio, and the unit of this is unitless, because current unit is ampere, input current is also ampere, ampere and ampere will cancel, therefore it is unitless. Therefore H21 is called short circuit forward transfer current ratio and has no units. Okay. Now this is when V naught equal to 0. When V naught equal to 0. Similarly, if we consider the same two equations, that is H11 I1, H12 V naught. In this equations, if we make input current 0, II equal to 0, right? So if II is equal to 0 here in this equation 3, independent variable II is 0, then H11 into II will be 0. H11 into II will be 0. Therefore, what will be H12? H12 will be how much? Vi divided by V naught. Yes or no? H11 into II is 0, because II is 0, we are making input current 0, open circuiting the input. Therefore, if this is 0, H11 into II will also be 0, and Vi is equal to H1 or V naught. H12 will be equal to Vi divided by V naught. Again, it is a ratio of two voltages. H1 is equal to Vi by V naught. It's a ratio of two voltages, right? Again, it is unitless, because the input voltage unit is also voltage, volt. Output voltage unit is also volt. Volt and volt will cancel, and hence it is unitless. but it is the ratio of input to output voltage. It is the ratio of the two voltage, and it is called as reverse voltage ratio because it's from input to reverse. Output input is taken as forward. Therefore, here we are getting, if we make II equal to 0, open circuiting the input, VI by V0, this is called open circuit reverse transfer voltage ratio, and it is unitless. H12 is the open circuit, it is under open circuit condition, hence it is called open circuit reverse transfer voltage ratio, VI by V0, and it is unitless. Now consider the equation 4. Consider the equation 4, yes. So II is equal to 0. II is equal to 0 in equation 4. If we put II is equal to 0 here, what we get? H21 into II will be 0. H21 into II will be 0. If I0 is equal to H22 into V, I0 is equal to H22 into V0, to V I0 by V0. H2 will be equal to V0 by V0. I0 by V0 is the reciprocal of resistance. It is reciprocal of resistance, and it is called admittance. Reciprocal of resistance is called as admittance. So when we get I0 by V0 here, when we put II is equal to 0, H21 into II will be 0. Therefore, H22 will be I0 by V0, and I0 by V0 is called as the admittance. It is the admittance.
Sir,
Yes, please.
your voice is little bit breaking, sir. Middle.
Yes. Breaking. Okay, I'll use the headphone. 1 minute.
Now see, is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So H22 is equal to I0 by V0, ratio of current to voltage. It is admittance. It is reciprocal of resistance. V by I is R, whereas I by V is reciprocal of resistance. It is called as admittance. Therefore, H22 is open circuit output admittance because it's at the output terminal I0 by V0, and it is called as output admittance and has the unit of mho. Unit of admittance is mho, MHO. Okay. Unit of resistance is ohm, OH. Reverse of that, MHO is mho, which is the unit of the admittance. So what we have discussed here, H11 has the unit of ohms, right? H22 has the unit of mho, and H12 and H21, they don't have any units. You can see here, H11, it is VI by II, so its unit is ohms. H21 is I0 by II, it is unitless, right? Then H12, it is VI by V0, it is also unitless. H22 is I0 by V0, its unit is mho. It is what it is written here. Hence, these are called as hybrid parameters because the unit of H11 is ohm, H22 is mho, H12 and H21 they doesn't have unit, so there is no uniformity in the units of these hybrid parameters, and hence the modeling is called as a hybrid modeling, and parameters are called as hybrid parameters. We are using the subscript parameter notation for us, and now we are having single script notation. Instead of double subscript notation, we can have a single subscript notation. Instead of 111, I can represent it as I, because if we look here, 11 is the for the input impedance. I will represent simply by I. If it is 21, it is forward transfer current ratio, F. So I'll represent it as F. Then if it is H12, instead of writing H12, I'll simply write it as HR. Reverse transfer voltage ratio, H12. So I'll write it as simply HR. Then H22, it is the output side. Therefore, I'll simply write it as HO. Okay. Therefore, instead of using double script notation, H11, H12, H21, H22, instead of 11, I'll represent it as I. Instead of 22, it is represented as O. Instead of 21, I'll represent it as F. It is a forward ratio. H12 is the reverse ratio. I will represent it as R. Therefore, these equations 3 and 4 will now become. So H11 is, what is H11? It is, let's see here, H11 is I. So it is HI. Okay. Then what is H12? H12 H12 is R. So HI plus HR V naught. I naught is equal to, let us see what is the equation for I naught. Fourth question, H21. What is the H21? H21 is forward transfer ratio. Therefore, it is HF. Then H22. Let us see what is H22. It is output side HO. Okay. So HF will get then HO. Okay. So it is HF into II plus HO into V naught. Right. Instead of using double subscript notation, it will be converted into a single subscript notation. So the circuit which is based on the equations 9 and 10, we can represent it in the form of model. This Vi is equal to HI plus HR V naught. This I can represent in the form of a model. So like this, Vi is HI into II. HI is the resistance. Okay. Correct. HI is the resistance. If you go back and see what is HI, HI is 1 1. So what is 1 1? 1 1 is Vi by II. It is resistance. Correct. Vi by II. So I represented it as a resistance HI, and HRV is a voltage source. Okay, HRV naught is a voltage source. Go back and see what is HR. HR, R is for 1 2. R is for 1 2. So what is 1 2? See 1 2 equation. 1 2 is Vi by V naught. Okay, Vi by V naught. So Vi by V naught is unitless, but if you multiply it by voltage, right, that will, according to this equation, HR into that is a V naught, so it will be a voltage source. Okay, so here we have represented it as by a voltage source. So what is this equation here? Vi is equal to II into HI plus voltage source HR V naught. So this voltage source is called as a controlled voltage source because it is dependent on the input voltage Vi. This voltage source is called as a controlled voltage source because it depends on the input voltage Vi. Therefore, Vi is equal to HI into II plus HR V naught. This is a KVL equation, Kirchhoff's voltage law. Yes or no? Vi is equal to a resistance into current plus voltage HR V naught. Therefore, it is a Kirchhoff's voltage law. Similarly, the next equation, equation number 10, I naught is equal to HF II plus H naught V naught. This is the KCL equation. If you look into this, if I write a model for this, if I draw the model for this, it will be like this. So I naught will be, I naught is the current, output current, that is split into HFII. See this equation, HFII plus there is a current source HFII. So what is the HF? It is H21. What is H21? H21, just see F21, it is represented by F. Okay, what is H21? Let us go back and see. H21. H21 is I naught by II, it is unitless. That multiplied by II, it is a current. So it is a current source. It's a current source. So HF into II is a current source. It's a controlled current source because it depends on this current I naught. Therefore, this current source is called as a controlled current source. And this H naught is the nothing but output side HO. O is for what? O is for 2 2. O represents here. O represents 2 2. What is our 2 2? Just go back and see what is 2 2 equation. I naught by V naught. It's admittance, reciprocal of resistance. Okay, reciprocal of resistance. So if you multiply this H22, that is a reciprocal of resistance, into V naught, what you get? Reciprocal V by R is equal to I. Correct? V by R is equal to I, or reciprocal of resistance is, if you take it as admittance, so V into admittance, voltage into admittance is also the current. Correct? Voltage by resistance is current. Reciprocal of resistance is admittance. So it will be V into admittance. V into admittance, that is also the current. Therefore, H naught into V naught is nothing but the current. That is multiplication of the H naught and the that is admittance and the V naught. Okay. So that is represented here. H naught is here. It is in parallel because it's a KCL equation, and here it's a current source. So this will come in parallel. If it's a KVL equation, then H naught will come in series because that's a KCL equation. And as there is a current source here, so this H naught will come in parallel, and there is a output voltage V naught. So V naught into H naught, that gives the value of some current. So I naught is the current HF I, right? I naught is equal to the current given by H naught into V naught plus the current HF II. This is the KCL equation because it's a current equation. It's a KCL equation. Are you following here, students? Yes, students, are you following here? Abhay, are you following here? Abhay? Are you following here? Ankita? Chandrasekhar? Understand whatever I'm explaining?
Sir, still
Janvi?
also
Janvi?
your voice is breaking, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir,
I don't know what is the thing here because I have done adjustments.
network
1 minute,
issue
I'll
is
just
there,
check the
sir.
sound adjustment.
No, sir, network
Maybe
issue is
network
there because
problems.
your voice is
And
yes, sir. Middle
yes,
it's
yes.
breaking, sir.
Okay, I'll just check 1 minute. The sound adjustment I'll check. Otherwise, we'll see that. Now see, is it okay now? Are you able to hear clearly?
Yes,
or
sir. Yeah, we can hear you clearly,
now
sir.
it is
In
okay?
middle,
Okay.
yes, sir. In middle, it's
It
getting
is
break,
happening
sir.
like that. Okay. Okay. See if it is not clear to you all. If you have not understood, then we'll see that once again. Huh? Just see.
Just now only
Okay.
it got break, sir.
So, okay. See that if you have those things, then it's well and good. Otherwise, I will repeat it in one of the classes. Just see. Okay. Right. So it is Vi is equal to HI plus HR V naught. The I naught is equal to HF plus H naught V naught. This is our KVL equation, and second equation is the KCL equation. Accordingly, we have drawn the model here. This is our KVL. Vi is equal to HI plus HR V naught. This is a voltage source, controlled voltage source, because it depends on the input voltage Vi. Similarly, this is the KCL equation, the second equation, the 10th equation. I naught is equal to HFII plus H naught V naught. HFII plus H naught V naught, right? This current source, it is called as a controlled current source because it depends on the current I naught. This is our model, and if we combine these two models, it's the same thing. HI represents the voltage drop. HIII, it is the voltage drop across the resistance, right? HIII, it's a voltage drop across the resistance here. Then HR V naught, as I told, it's a controlled voltage source. HFII is a controlled current source, and H naught into V naught represents the current, some current, HF into H naught V naught, current through the admittance. If we combine these two models, then we get the net hybrid model or the equivalent hybrid model. So this equivalent hybrid model is a combination of the KVL equation model and the KCL equation model. First, you have to draw the KVL equation model, then KCL equation model, then combine these two. KVL equation model, KCL equation model, then combine these two, you'll get the model of the total hybrid equivalent model. If you go back and just see here, this is II, VI, HR, V naught. So we have the same thing here, VI, HR, V naught. This is at the input side, right? Then at the output side, we have the KCL equation. KCL equation model is this: I naught, V naught, I naught, H naught, HF, II. It is same thing: H naught, I naught, H naught, HF, II. If we combine these two, then we get the hybrid equivalent model. This is at the input side, is it not? This is at the input side, and this is at the output side. If we combine these two, then we get the total hybrid equivalent model. Total hybrid equivalent model. Okay. Did you follow here, students, this hybrid equivalent model, how to obtain it? Start from the dependent variables, independent variables, right, in terms of the function, okay, of the dependent variables on the independent variables, then write them in the form of a combination, okay, combination of the linear equations, right? Then make V naught equal to 0, you'll get two equations. Make II is equal to 0, you get two equations, right? Then from these equations, you have to develop the model. First, develop the model for the input, that is the one equation, whatever you are getting, that will be the KVL equation. Another one will be the KCL equation at the output. If you combine these two, then you get the total model or the hybrid equivalent model. You'll get the hybrid equivalent model. Clear here, students? Yes. Are you following here? Yes. Mohammed? Sania?
Yes, sir.
Following here?
Yes, sir.
Clear with the concepts understood? Or
Yes,
still
I
you want me to
understood.
repeat it? You want me to repeat it?
No, sir.
Okay. Shraddha? Kunshal?
Yes, sir.
Is it understood, Shraddha?
Yes, sir.
Or you want me to repeat it once again? Because there are some network problem, it seems. You want me to repeat it once again?
Understand.
Understanding, no? Okay,
No, sir.
fine. Okay, fine. Okay. Tejas?
Yes, sir.
Tejas? Are you clear with the concept here? How to develop the hybrid equivalent model? Or you want me to repeat it once again?
No, sir. Understood, sir.
Understood, no? There is no, like there was some
Hi.
students were saying there is some network problem. There is nothing like that, no? You understood the things?
Hi. Yes, sir. Understood, sir.
Okay, fine. Okay, fine then. Okay. Manjunath, Prathamesh Patil. Prathamesh. Rutik Chopde. Rutik.
Yes, sir.
What about understanding? You understood the concepts here?
Understood, sir.
Understood, no? You want me to repeat it once again?
No, sir. No, sir.
In
Clear,
one of the
sir.
classes, one more class. You want me to repeat it?
No, sir. Understood,
Okay.
sir.
You understood,
Clear,
right?
sir.
Okay, fine. Okay. So this is about the hybrid equivalent model, students. Then there is some nomenclature that is developed for this hybrid parameter model or the hybrid model for the transistor configurations. So as we know that there are three types of amplifiers or configurations, that is common emitter configuration, where the emitter terminal is common between input and the output. Common base configuration, where the base terminal is common between input and output. Common collector configuration, the collector terminal is common between the input and the output. So instead of about this E configuration, we are introducing one more second subscript as E, because there are three types of amplifiers or three types of configurations. If it is common emitter configuration, we are writing it as E. If it is common base configuration, we are writing it as B, small b. And if it is common collector configuration, we are writing it as small c. If we look at this table, you understand that this is the hybrid parameter nomenclature for the transistor. So HI for common emitter, it is written as not only as HI but HIE. So there is a second subscript, E will come here. If it is common emitter amplifier HF parameter, it is written as HFE. Then for common emitter amplifier HR is written as HRE, reverse ratio. Output admittance, so it is written as HOE. Okay. Similarly for common base configuration, HI is written as HIB, HF, HFB, HR, HRB, and HO will be written as HOB. For common collector configuration, HI is HIC, HF, HFC, HR, HRC, and H0 is written as HOC. Okay. So instead of writing only one subscript, this additional subscript is introduced. For common emitter, is E is written. For common base, B is written, and for common collector, C is written in front of HI, HF, HR, and HO. Okay. So this is about the nomenclature for the hybrid parameter model or the hybrid model for various configurations, that is common emitter configuration, common base configuration, and the common collector configuration. In the next class, we will see how to develop the hybrid model for common base configuration, common emitter configuration, and the common collector configuration. that we'll see in the next class. Okay, how to develop hybrid model of the common base configuration, common emitter and common collector configurations. In today's class, students, we studied starting from the hybrid model. We understood what is hybrid equivalent model or the hybrid model. It is called as hybrid model because the units of the hybrid parameters are different. They are not the same. Okay, H11, H12, H21 and H22, they have got different units, and hence this model is called as the hybrid model. Then this is coming from the two-port network. We express the two equations, the equations for the dependent variables in terms of independent variables. We considered II and V0, II and V0 as the independent variables and Vi and I0 as the dependent variables. Then from these two function of these two variables, we expressed in the form of a linear combination of dependent variables on the independent variables. Okay, it's a linear combination. There is a linear relationship between Vi and II, Vi to V0, I0 and II, and I0 to V0. Then these parameters are called hybrid parameters. Then to find out the equations for H11, H12, H21, H22, first we shorted the output. We got V0 equal to 0. So from V0 equal to 0, the equation for H11 we will get, and also for the H21. The equation of H11 is Vi by II. It is input impedance with output short circuited. H21 is I0 by II. That is H21 short circuit forward transfer current ratio. It is unitless. Then we input side we open circuited. II is equal to 0. From this II is equal to 0, if we make here, again we get two equations, one for H12, another for the H22. So what are these equations? H12 is Vi by V0, which is open circuit reverse transfer voltage ratio. H22 is I0 by V0, which is open circuit output admittance and has a unit of mho. Then we expressed H11 as simply I, the double subscript notation, H22 as O, right? Then H21 as F and H12 as HR. From those representations, we got the equations as Vi is equal to HI II plus HR V0, I0 is equal to HF II plus H0 V0. Now these equations are nothing but first equation is the KVL equation, and this equation for I0, the current equation, is the KCL equation. We are drawing the model of these two equations. So model of these two equations is nothing but this is called as a model. Drawing the circuit form is called as a model here. So this is our model. Vi is equal to HI II plus HR V0. This is called as the controlled voltage source KVL equation, and I0 is equal to HF II plus H0 V0, where HF II is called as the controlled current source. Then from these two models, whatever we have got, one for the input side KVL equation, another for the output side, that is the current equation KCL equation, combine these two, we will get the hybrid total hybrid equivalent model. One at the input side, another at the output side. If we combine, then we are getting the total hybrid equivalent model. This is our hybrid equivalent model. Then we discussed the notations here for the common emitter configuration, common base configuration, and the common collector configurations. Okay. Any doubts here, students? Any doubts here? Rutvik, Gune? Rutvik?
No doubt, sir.
Any questions?
No, sir.
Anything, any problem in understanding, Rutvik?
No, sir. It's clear, sir.
Clear, no? Understood all the concepts. Concepts are clear, right? How to develop the model,
yes.
hybrid model.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Samir Ahmad, Khaji. Samir Ahmad. Khaji. Sanket.
Yes, sir.
Understood here?
Yes, sir.
Clear with the model, how to develop the hybrid equivalent model. Is it understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Shiraj.
Yes, sir.
Understood?
Sir, I will go through once, sir.
Okay, go through once. If you have
Is
any
there
doubts, you can
any
ask
doubt?
me anytime. Huh? Sure, you can ask me anytime. Huh? Please.
Okay, sir.
Sankalp. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
fine. Okay. So then we will continue in the next class. Okay, we will continue with the hybrid models for the other circuits. Okay, common base, common emitter, and common collector. Okay. Thank you.